I've only had mine a couple of days now. I'm absolutely stunned by it. It's an incredible car.
I am the least boring person you could find, and I love my Volvo.
How can one explain luxury?
When you need that little bit of extra power, you've certainly got it.
I tried many cars before I settled on the Volvo, and it was just an instinctive feeling of safety that I got from the car.
The traditional sort of shape is still there in its kind of blueprint, but they've added bits to make it funkier. So I think it's kind of its time,
We ski and we play golf.
You never know whether we're taking the mountain bikes or we're taking the windsurfers or what we're going to do.
I'm 6'3" and a bit, and therefore a lot of cars don't fit me, or I don't fit them.
I think I've got 3 cars in one, and it is for a lot less money. A lot less money.
Each car's individually designed around the specification you want. Quite a lot of combinations there are in terms of what cars and specifications you can have. When you decide on the car you want, basically the same day we actually transmit the order through to Sweden. The result of that is that then Sweden get the message to make that particular car. But it is that process that takes a bit of time at the moment between you actually saying you want the car and the car arriving at the dealership.
What I'll do is I'll speak to somebody here and see if as soon as I hear of any others coming in, I'll call you straight away.
Your wife has asked to move the CD player into the bottom of the boot.
I was particularly interested as well with the pollen filter because I've suffered quite badly from hay fever in the spring, and it's really made a lot of difference.
Well, it's a silly thing, but it's just one of those little things that Volvo are so good at.
The boot was actually what sold us on a Volvo because it's so spacious. I can always fit everything in, including shopping, the stroller, coats, bags for Isabel. And then when everything's in, I simply cover it up and no one knows what's in there. So I just like the added security of that.
Well, the main things would be that the car's got a 3-year, 60,000-mile full warranty. What that means is that all the mechanical and electrical parts on the vehicle are fully covered by the manufacturer. So should the vehicle break down or have any problems at all with it mechanically in the first 3 years, 60,000 miles, Volvo take care of the bill for you. Any defects in the paint, blemishes, miscoloration, it's fully covered by the manufacturer for up to 3 years. And you've got
3, I thought
yeah,
it was 8.
No, up to 3, 8 years anti-corrosion warranty.
I haven't had a breakdown yet. I've had it for 2 years, touch wood.
The big advantage is you've got a 12-month RAC cover. So should the vehicle break down, we get RAC to come and pick you up. Which means whoever happens to be driving the car, be it yourself, your son, your daughter, the car is covered. It's the relationship that Volvo and RAC have built up over the last few years gives our customers a preferential treatment.
Okay, I'll be through to service reception.
I required some work done to the car before I went away on holiday. I put them under enormous pressure to get it done on the day, and it was delivered at 7 o'clock in the evening before I went. All the work was completed. I think they really care, yeah.
If it was a situation where you needed to use a vehicle for the time it was in for a service, a courtesy car, we can supply courtesy cars.
I think that Volvo realised that I'm a mother, that I've got a young child, and that I haven't got a lot of time to spend. I don't want to come in, drop my car off for a service and wait for hours and hours. And when they say it's going to be ready, it always is.
First week I had mine, I did take the wing mirror off, and I just phoned the salesman because he's the man I'd dealt with before. He was very nice, very helpful. He just said, come down, I'll have one here ready for you, we'll fit it on. And by 9:30, it was back to looking brand new again. No one knew I'd even broken it.
So far as safety is concerned, I've never tested the car to destruction. I've never had, touch wood, an accident in it.
All I can remember was a huge thump from the back.
And then the whole car took off and flew through the air and hit the panel van in front.
It was a lot shorter than it was before. It's got a crumple system at the back and front, so it crumples instead of really jerking forward and really hurting people. And it crumpled very well for us.
When we left the road, the vehicle was drifting at a slight sideways, so when the lamppost was in the way, we must be going between 40 and 50 miles an hour. The window broke because the door had been bent inwards. My 3-month-old baby was sitting on that side of the vehicle in the rear in her baby seat, and my wife was sitting in the front. We were lucky, and lucky also that we'd chosen the right vehicle to be in.
It also has a side impact protection system and an airbag system built into the seats.
And they go off so quickly that apparently you're not even aware that it's gone off.
On the Twister film, we kind of set up a kind of complete condition of a tornado.
The reason that looks like an exciting scene is, a lot to do with the car. Getting in there, getting close, and the guy feeling, that he had the control. The driver started to get really onto a bit of a buzz. He was just doing mad things that you would never do with your car.
When the car went over the bridge, it really did go over the bridge. There's no tricks there, right? It goes over that kind of perilous tracks, and it does it.
When we were finished, he just said, I've got to get one of these cars.
Many of my friends driving the car and said, wow, I'll be looking at a Volvo next time.